it's missing routine. And this is a fundamental problem of judging of all the contests in our community. Basically, juror doesn't even know most of the time that he's sort of invited, but he's not invited, he's expected to perform his or her duty, and this is just not right. This should be a two-step negotiation process. Right?
Yeah, okay.
So that's basically the reason why I'm most often not judging the contest, because most of the time I just don't know. I'm not aware that I'm expected to. So that's it.
Okay. I will write it down like this.
Yeah. So the most simple solution to fix it, just please ping me before the contest end in 2 days, and in private, and I'll do my best to judge it. So, but
Okay.
to do it right, it should be done as a process, and I can discuss it later.
Okay, great. So let's make a formal introduction. So today is 11th of November, and today is 55th Development Experience weekly Zoom call. And we started to discuss the reason why jury members didn't take part in the voting for the HTTP notification contest, as I was responsible to ping everybody and get the reasons. And I collected the reasons, and last several reasons I just collected just before this call. And yeah, so we most of the jury members were busy, and some jury members didn't find time because they were not interested in this contest personally, and some of them were part of the team. So some of them was taking part in the contest. And also some jury members like complaints about very difficult procedure for registration, to put abstain for everybody. And yeah, so definitely we should change some workflow for jury members. For example, we should invite them, should ask them for their, do they have time, are they interested, are they going to vote, and then when we will know that we have enough jury, we will start the contest. Hello, Sergey. Hello. Okay, so first topic for today's agenda was a proposal from Vatic. I think you've seen it in a development experience chat. Let me open it. Actually, as I understand, he seen that we started NFT collection distributor generative art contest, and he came with the idea to prolongate this contest till the end of December, like 27th of December. And right now the contest just started, and finish date is 9th of December. So it started 9th of November, 2 days ago, and the contest date is 9th of December in a month. And even everybody have a month. So Alexander Watt proposed to prolongate this contest for a month. It means that contest should be almost 2 months length.
Why? Well, what are the reasons for? I mean, 1 month is huge. You can develop 10 systems in this time. Why?
I think that Alexander didn't came for today's call, but as I understand and as he told me, so because he's not with us, I have to like present him, which he told me that developers, not only us, could participate in a much more expanded roster if the contest was extended until December 2027. It would be a decidedly good deal for everyone. And as I understand, they are
that doesn't sound really supportive.
Yeah, exactly. I understand they are taking part in some other contest and they do not have resources.
That explains. Yeah.
Oh, so I think it's a very dangerous practice to extend some content just because somebody doesn't have enough resources. Everybody should be encouraged to hire more people and do faster, because otherwise we'll also wait for some people that don't have enough staff and they don't have any motivation to extend their teams.
Yeah. For me, it's also so strange. So, and more strange that like the contest just started and you have 1 month, and if this proposal would came like 1 week before the contest ended, I could understand this at least, that somebody almost done and need couple of weeks to finish it, but from the beginning of the contest, it's a strange proposal.
Yeah, in fact, I have very strong position on changing the contest rules after the smart contract has been deployed and is in action. It's the very first, the only goal of smart contract is to ensure that the conditions put into it are fulfilled. To extend it, to change it, to replace it, to do anything with it is basically a violation of fundamental principles of smart contract of contest. It should never be done, in my opinion.
Okay, so let's vote. What can we do? Who is for supporting this proposal? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people in the chat. Let's make a preliminary vote. So raise your hand if you are for these proposals, if you want to prolongate this contest for 3.
My apologies, but I'm here in the chat, but I'm not a voting member in the SubGov, so perhaps I will abstain.
No, it's actually, if you are here, you could vote. It's a preliminary vote, and please vote. And then, obviously, if we get enough votes in the chat, I will put it to the vote for initial members. It's other second step. But for this, just we need to collect some opinions from society.
Yeah, in my opinion, even though you guys are right, and it's not a good practice in general, but since we're still growing and there's still so much to be changed and improved, I think I would give that a benefit of the doubt and allow 2%. Thank you.
Okay. Did everybody who wanted to raise their hand? So we have one hand raised. And please raise your hands who is against this proposal, who don't want to prolongate the contest, at least right now. One. Please raise your hands if you are against this proposal. So if you don't want to prolongate this contest. Somebody else was discussed.
By the way, this vote is against any prolongation of any contest proposals ever. Against any changes to the any exit contest. If something should be changed, just launch another contest as a successor with similar rules, slightly extend the dates, etc., etc. But do not touch this, which has been already deployed. That's my position. Otherwise, there is no point in using smart contracts. You can use any servlet or any centralized server and change it as you want. That's much more convenient.
Actually, Boris, I understand that it's not good to change anything, but like we all human, and the part of the human nature is to make mistakes, and sometimes we should correct these mistakes.
Exactly. That's why you need smart contract to make things and to enforce things which you cannot change. Smart contract will do it for you. You won't have guilty conscience.
Yeah, but sometimes you could make mistake when you are put data to the smart contract. Sometimes you making mistake when you write smart contracts. So
okay, well, this smart contract was written in haste in 2 weeks, really in dire straits, but it has just one mistake which nobody has ever found yet, and it worked seamlessly for what, year and a half. So they're really much more reliable than smart contracts than it is regarded. So.
Okay, we have 3 raised hands against. Okay, so we have 2 for and 3 against. Okay, got it. So proposal didn't pass, at least for now. Maybe if we will discover that we have no any like submissions at the end of the contest, we could restart this contest from scratch, like Boris recommended. Just start another contest with the same data. If we have participants who are busy right now and who will be available next month, for example. Okay, the second questions for our agenda, is Sergey proposals NFT certificate contest. Please lower your hands. Sergey, Boris, and Sergey.
Sorry, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know how to do it right now from the phone because I am in a taxi and it moved me somewhere to safe mode, and I cannot do anything. in, but enable or disable my microphone. Don't know how to raise it down.
Okay, could you give us a small introduction about NFT certificate contest?
Yeah, sure. Actually, the basic idea is to enhance the interest of the smart contract developers in the formal verification process. So actually, we all believe that formal verification is critical for the overall success of our community, because we need a really high quality of our contracts. We don't want any disaster stories like, say, the DAO story that happened a few years ago with Ethereum and something like this. But what we also need is to give the developers some marketing tool that will help them to better utilize the reaching of formal verification success. So the idea of my proposal is to create some system of smart contracts that will give some formal certificates to all the contracts that passed to some extent some stages of it. For example, for the initial stage, the audit, the bronze certificate will be granted. For the functional level formal specification, so-called stage 2 silver level, and for the final, the golden certificate will be granted. So our belief is that it's pretty important for the adoption of formal verification paradigm.
Mm-hmm. Do I understand correctly that it's kind of user interface for formal verification subgovernance?
It's not a user interface. It's actually it's a kind of some keeper of certificates, probably based on NFT token workflow. So it can be granted, and it cannot be revoked, and it can be checked by everybody to ensure that this kind of certificate was indeed granted. Also, it's a combination of basically it's some kind of combination of NFT plus multi-sig, because this kind of certificate cannot be granted by just a single person, and it will need a few signatures in place.
So it's like a developer could apply for the, like, could give his software as an entrance for this workflow, and then you as a formal verification subgovernance will do some steps, evaluation, and do all the stuff, and you need some software to automate your work and to put it in the blockchain, correct?
No, not exactly. We don't, right now, we still don't need the software to automate our work, but by the end of the day, we finished our work, and we confirmed that the certain contract indeed passed some level of formal verification. And by the time we need to provide some kind of certificate that can be used by the contract author for marketing purposes.
By the way, the software should be not putting it to the blockchain. The software should be iterating right in the blockchain. It's called smart contracts, and it should be done this way.
Yeah.
Dmitry?
Yes, hello, Sergey. Very interesting proposal. And I have a question. Did I get you right that the certificate will be attached to the specific smart contracts deployed on the mainnet, which were past the certification procedure? verification and certification.
Yes, you're right. And in case you plan to change something, to update it, probably another certificate should be granted. So the certificate is against the particular version of the smart contract.
Yeah, okay. Sounds very good.
Okay, so in this case, I would appreciate if you review our proposal, and maybe some question will be raised about it. And by the end of the day, we'll be able to start the formal proposal, start the formal contest.
Okay.
And one small question, Sergey, are you planning to take part in that contest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, great. For me, it looks like automatization of formal verification sub-governance, but it's not. It's nothing bad in this. It's very good. It's good. I like this contest as well. It's fine, and because formal verification sub-governance gives benefit for all society, so it will give benefit for developers and users, to everybody. So it's very good. Nothing wrong when you are trying to automate your work as a sub-governance. Anybody else have any questions about this contest, this point of agenda? No. Okay. So, and the next point of agenda is current status. So I have several proposals in a queue. So regarding notification provider contest, I am preparing proposal to change the jury list. So as I asked jury members who didn't participate, and most of them had some reasons for this, some of them didn't answer. So I'm preparing proposal that to remove all of them and to keep the jury who voted, and add one more jury, Artem Zhdanov from Ton Labs, who was writing queue provider. So who was responsible, who was interacting with all developers, made some help for them, and who deeply understands the topic. He is going to prepare some benchmark test for different notification providers. For this, he needs 3 weeks. So 1 week's passed already, so he needs 2 more. And then we will have like independent opinion about which notification provider is better and why. Then I almost create a transaction for reward of jury members for 29 probable decentralized storage protocol design contest, and I stuck with the problem that this contest was based on old text, and it is written that a jury reward should be equal to 15 of all total tokens actually awarded. To be awarded will be distributed, so actually between juries. And because in this contest nobody was awarded, so we need to create another proposal that jury who made their duty should be rewarded anyway. So I'm also preparing proposals for this, and I'm preparing transaction for wasting for October. I'm mixing Spanish and English and pronunciation. Sorry for this. And yeah, that's all. About online auctions phase 2 contest, actually, because we have a lack of jury members, I think we could wait for 1 week for new jury members will come, because right now we have a jury member contest voting phase. So please, initial members, please go through 5 submissions, 5 new jury members, potential jury members that we have. Please go through the CV, contact them, ask questions if you need it, and vote for the juries. So in a week, we will have some more jury members, I believe. And then we could add it to the auction phase 2 contest and start it. Sergey, I think we could wait for 1 week.
Okay.
Okay. And that's all. So please, initial members, go through submissions of the jury contest, and that's all from my side.
From my side, then there is one regular question. What about syntax highlighters and the voting for resolving the question with double submission?
Actually, I'm so sorry. I have some medical procedures last week and this week as well. So I'm spending like half of the day every day to visit the hospital, and just I physically didn't time to get to the details about this. So I took today as a free day. So I hope to finish it at least.
Many thanks.
Yeah, sorry. Anything else? If nobody has any other questions, so let's start a countdown. So raise your hand or tell something if you want to discuss any ideas, thoughts, feedbacks, anything else. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's all. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming, and see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.